Yeah, I just set this camera up on March 7th, 2017. Still seems about a foot of snow on number one food plot. A lot of snow all the way. Got shanks, so I'm going to get some snowshoes. Number two plot hasn't been hit, although it was dug into the day after New Year's. Fresh. Snow's hard as a rock. Freezing rain the other night, or tonight, or last night, whatever the heck it was. Everything's, I haven't seen a deer track. But we'll see how this field melts as the animals come to it. Won't be able to be back till the end of April. Months. Well, here it is. My first walk on land without snow on it, on the food plots, since I think November of 2016, rifle season. I think it was the first snow was on November. Been snow on the ground since. This is my first walk without snow on the ground. I like how people call their YouTubes real hunting. Well, mine's real life of deer up in Vermont here. They go a long time without food, real food, and I can't even pick up a stupid tree. I know it's been a while since I've posted a video, but I'm going to post a couple minute video here tonight and talk about a couple of things that are going on. First, I'd like to cover a few things I didn't cover last year that I maybe should have. One, the apple tree. At the apple tree food plot, coons devoured the apples. That's where they went. But maybe I'll get a pistol or walk around with a 22 during raccoon season, see if I can luck out. As we can see, the food plot was lush on 10/03/2016. And we have a little guest here. I guess you build food plots, you draw a lot more than just deer, turkey, and bear. But what's this little guy eating? I thought this was very interesting last year. I never posted it, so I'm going to post it now. I'm going to get it in, get it out of the way. I wanted to do it. But what is this thing eating? It's amazing to me. I saw this video. Watch this. 3, 2. Uh-oh. No, I didn't time that one right. 1. A mouse. He caught a mouse. So I guess the mouse are drawn in by the clover or whatever hiding areas they can get, and I think it's a lynx. Not sure. Somebody will correct me. That got it. But that was cool to catch that on video. I'm glad I had it on a 1 minute camera, otherwise it would have been 30 seconds and that's what I would have seen him. And I'd always wondered what he was. But when he pops up with that mouse in his mouth, I said, "You stinker." Should have known. He's definitely a carnivore. Just thought it was amusing. Thought you'd like it too. This is a video from the camera that Blacktip was seen on, mocking me, looking at the camera on Thanksgiving Day. 2 days later, if I was a smart man, I would have sat up here the rest of the season. But no, I sat in another spot, even after I saw that insult to injury video. This guy's chasing a doe. The doe's up here. There he is. That's Blacktip. Chased her right up that damn trail. You got to watch it really close when you first see Blacktip. Don't look at him. Look up here. When I get it to reroute, I'll jump forward. But look up here when you see the deer. When it first starts, look up here. Here it comes. See it? He's chasing a doe up through there. Chased her right on down that trail that goes right by the apple tree. But they didn't. They actually, when I followed the tracks after realizing it, they went across the road for the camp. That was insult to injury. I also wanted to cover this spike. I'm going to call him Floppy. You see his right ear? So he's got a split ear. But he's a spike, obviously a year and a half old, small buck. And we're going to compare him to another spike that doesn't have a cupped ear, if we can keep them all on video. Now I'm searching for a video of that other spike. I know I've got it, but I've got hundreds of videos to look through. Okay? And when I find it, I'll post that of last year's other spike. Okay? I got another video of this guy with a narrow 6. I'll show you that to you too. Oh, I'm sorry, it was a narrow 4. Here's Floppy with a narrow 4. They're doing a little tussling. Now I'm pretty sure they're the same age. Okay? He's longer. But he ain't got no splits and he does. Okay? And if we compare these two, if they can both stay on, this one with the other spike, all year and a half, so we'll see which one gets the better antlers. But I got to figure out a way to tell the narrow 4 by body only. I got him. I got to figure out another way to tell the spike as well. Okay? And if we can see which one seems to get the better antlers, we can tell if it being a spike makes a difference. Okay? Now I think the narrow 6 might be the same age as the narrow 4. But, I don't know if he'll throw him into that. But if we keep them all, if they're all alive, we don't even know if this guy lived. He was legal last year and he wasn't. And around there, they're meat eaters. They see forks on one side, they're going to shoot. So he might not even live through the winter. I don't know yet. We got to figure that out. As they grow their antlers, we'll know. But one little picture I'm going to throw in here. If you remember me showing you a picture of the moose that found the female in food plot 1, I found a picture of that moose the day before he found her. But I can't talk over it, so it's just going to be in the clip as an extended view. I'll leave it on for like 5 or 6 seconds, maybe 10. But we'll see what happens, okay? The first animal to hit the food plot since March 7th is a coyote in the middle of a snowstorm. Want to hear it? I was on the 27th. He comes back on the 16th of April. You can see the snow line here. This is crystallized. I really think it's cold. I think it's just ice on top of it. But it looks like other footprints have been in here and the camera didn't go. Maybe that's just the snow and stuff coming off the tree that's in. Don't know. First deer to enter the food plots. 418. Or food plot 1. Now I looked really close at this right here. I believe this is a buck. I believe it's a buck. There indicate it's a buck. A young one. So I looked closer at its ear to see if it was floppy. And I don't see a split in it. Except right there. But it looks like it's healing, if it is. If it grows together, I'll never be able to tell them apart. But I'm not positive. But if I'm going to stop this video right where I think you can see the split. See that? Right there. I think that's floppy. But I'm not sure. But I'd like to see it was. We'll check it out. Keep watching for them. But that's the first deer to enter the food plot. And there's still snow in the area. Later that night, we had 5 deer at the same time on that food plot, of which I can't tell any of them apart yet, except for I'm positive that one's a buck. This one, not so much. It might be a young buck. That big black thing is still right there from last year. He's an older buck. How much older? I don't know, but he's older than the one he's just chasing away. When you got 5 deer in a food plot with very little food in it, you're going to have a problem. I'll show you why I really need to get more food. I don't know how long these deer went at it. They appear to be 2 bucks. I'm looking between the legs right there. And these dark spots, they seem to be two older bucks. Two good black marks on the backs of their hinds. One of them's probably the one chased that little one away. This one here like thinks it's got antlers on. It's trying to rake underneath the deer. And he says, "Oh shit, I forgot, I lost them." But then it reclips. Now I had the video on 1 minute videos every 10-minute delay. I don't know what wound up happening here. But since then the deer have been coming to the food plot, but only in numbers of 2. And one single one in a daylight. If I'll show you that one, that's a single all by itself in the daylight. But they look busting themselves up. I need to put up more food. I need to get more food. I need to get more food. But I have to have priorities. I can't spend a lot on food because I gotta have a camp up by September 21st. This video here is giving me a little cause for concern. You see that deer, his right foot. He comes back into the scene a little bit. But I'm curious. I'm worried about that. I mean, maybe he just stepped in some mud. But as he walks back, it'll be on this side. I'm thinking he's injured. I'm not positive. But that's definitely a buck. I think this is pinstripe. Not sure. Not sure. See his right foot? Look at that. I actually think it's black tip. Pinstripe and black tip back together for their summer hang around. But we'll keep an eye on that foot as well. See how their antlers grow compared to where the foot is. All that. I don't know, it's fun looking at them, but it's real life in the life of a deer. In Vermont, anyway. I just made my first buck bed. I figured this is it. It's got a cover over the head, without any hinge cutting. It's right in the middle of their where our sanctuary is, where we don't go in. I might come back in here just to see if it's being used later on. But it's right along this trail in the back of the property. See where I walk across the snow that's still here. But you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the clover plot up there. The wind comes from the clover plot down here, so then he goes and heat up there, and he's bedded down. He might go up through there and check it out. Art Ingram here, and welcome to the wonderful world of whitetails. Moment this comes out, maybe my head's chopped off. What I'm going to do is put that camera on my neck. I've got it on 3-second delay, and just walk down and do what I do. Talk and talk and talk, and see what happens. Okay, I got some cameras to put up. I wish I could get my chainsaw down here and fix a tree or two. Already been down here once. I know exactly what I want to do. Well, let's see what happens, okay? Well, let's put the end of this video. I want to thank you for watching. I know I put the welcome to it at the end of the video, but that's weird. That's not weird. Heck, why not? And this gives you an idea of what it's like to walk around with a camera on your neck, not knowing where it's pointed. I have to do some editing. We'll show you some more of that hopefully next week or the week after. But I got to get up there and I got to till some soil, plant some seed, and build a camp. Thanks for watching. Just imagine for a minute that this fight is not over food, but over a woman. And not just any woman, as you see her run away. Imagine this. I told you to stay away from my sister. Now I hear you were with her all fall long, all beat up, but I love her. I love your sister. And now she's going to have little rats to feed on this clover plot. We ain't got enough food as hers. But wait a minute. No. She's mine. She's my sister, and you leave her alone.